Hello everyone, welcome dear students. Today our topic is exercise 8.3, comparing the quantities. Comparing quantities is the name of the chapter number 8, class 7, subject mathematics. So let us start now. Here the very first question is, tell what is the profit or loss in the following transactions. Also find profit percent or loss percent. A part is gardening shears bought for rupees 250 and sold for rupees 325. Here we have to search two objects. One is cost price, which is written in short CP. Here CP, cost price, is bought for rupees 250. Rupees 250. Second is selling price. Selling price, in short we write this as SP. Here in this question, sold for rupees 325. So SP is equal to 325. Now what we see, because selling price is greater than cost price, so we have profit. Now how to find the profit? Profit is equal to selling price minus cost price, right? What is selling price? This is 325, cost price is 250, and our answer is 75 rupees. 75. Now next part of the question is also find profit percent. Now second part we are going to solve. Profit percent is equal to profit divide cost price into 100. This is the formula to find out the profit percent. So which is equal to 75 divide cost price is 250 percent into 100. We write here percent symbol also, right? Now we solve this. This is equal to 25 into 4, 100, 25 into 10, 250, 5 into 2, 10, 5 ones are 5, 5 fives are 25. So we have 15 into 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. 15 into 2 equal to 30%. So what is this 30%? Profit. Profit is equal to 30%. Second part, a refrigerator bought for rupees 12,000 and sold for rupees 13,500. Here cost price is equal to rupees 12,000 and selling price is equal to rupees 13,500. Because selling price is greater than cost price, so we have profit. Profit is equal to selling price minus cost price. What is selling price? This is 13,500. What is cost price? This is 12,000. So subtracting this now, we have 1,500 rupees. 1,500 is the profit. Now how to find the profit percent? Now profit percent is equal to profit divide cost price into 100. This is the formula. So we substitute the values. Profit is 1500, cost price is 12,000 into 100. Now what happens? 0 0 cancelled, this 0 cancelled here. So now what to do? We are left with 150 divide 12, right? Now again dividing, 12 ones are 12, 150 divide 12, 12 ones are 12, 30, 12 into 2, 24, 6, decimal, 0, 60, this becomes 60, 12 into 5, 60. So what is our answer? 12.5% is the profit percent. Now part number C. A cupboard bought for rupees 2,500 and sold at rupees 3,000. First of all, what is cost price? This is 2,500. What is selling price? This is 3,000. Now, as selling price is greater than cost price, therefore we have profit. Profit is equal to selling price minus cost price. What is selling price? This is 3,000 minus what is cost price? This is 2,500. Now subtracting these two, we have 500. Rupees 500 is the profit, right? Now we have to find the profit percent. Now to find profit percent, the formula is, we write first of all profit divide cost price into 100. This is the formula. So here we have the profit equal to rupees 500 divide cost price is 2,500 into 100, right? Now what happens? 0 0 cancelled, 5 ones are 5, 5 fives are 25. So this becomes 100 divide 5, which is equal to 20. 20% is the profit percent. Now we have D part of question number 1. A skirt bought for rupees 250 and sold at rupees 150. Here what we see, cost price is equal to 250, whereas selling price is equal to 150. Because cost price is greater than selling price. Therefore, here we have the loss. Loss is equal to cost price minus selling price. That means cost price is 250 minus selling price is 150. So this is equal to 100. What is the loss? Rupees 100 loss is there in this transaction. Now what is the loss percent? We write the formula first. Loss percent formula is loss divide cost price into 100. Now we substitute the value. Loss is 100 divide cost price is 250 into 100. Right? Now what we do? 25 into 4, 100. 25 into 10, 250. This 0 cancelled. So what we are left now? We are left with 4 into 10, which is equal to 40%. What is this? This is loss percent. Now we come to our question number 2. Convert each part of the ratio to percentage. What is the first part? 3:1. So first of all, we add the ratio. We add these numbers. 3:1. We add 3 plus 1, which becomes 4. Now, first part of ratio is 3. We write this in denominator, 3 upon 4. Now we multiply with number so that denominator becomes 100. We need 25. So 25 divide 25. This way 3 into 25 is 75. Divide 4 into 25 is 100. This can be written as 75%. Second number of the ratio is 1. We divide this by 4. Again we multiply by 25, divide by 25 to make the denominator 100. So answer is 25 upon 100, which is equal to 25%. So what is 3:1? This means 75% ratio 25%. Because we have obtained the ratio, so we put here comma sign in place of ratio. Now we have the B part. Convert each part of the ratio to percentage. 2:3:5. So what is the first task? We add all these numbers. 2 plus 3 plus 5. This is equal to 10. Now each part is to be converted into percentage. So 2, we write 2 equal to 2 upon 10. So what we need now? 2 upon 10. In order to make denominator 100, we need 10 more to be multiplied in numerator also. So this becomes 20 divide 100, which is equal to 20%. So first part 2 is 20%. Second part is 3. We write this 3 upon this 3 upon 10. So this way this becomes 3 upon 10 into 10 upon 10 equal to 30 upon 100, which is equal to 30%. So second part 30%. Third part is 5. We write this 5 upon 10, which which is equal to 5 upon 10 into 10 upon 10, which is 550 upon 100 is equal to 50%. So this way we have converted each part to percentage: 20%, 30%, 50%. In C part we have 1:4. So first task is we add 1 and 4. 1 plus 4 becomes 5. So now what we do? 1 upon 5. In order to make denominator 100, 5 into 20 gives us 100. So we multiply with 20. This becomes 20 upon 100. So answer is 20%. So 1 mean 20%. Similarly, this 4 mean 4 upon 5. Again multiply with 20 upon 20. Answer is 80 upon 100. So this means 80% is the second part in percentage. Now taking D part, 1:2:5. Convert each part of the ratio to percentage. So what is the first task? We add these numbers in the ratio. That is, we have 1 plus 2 plus 5, which is equal to 8. Right? Now what we do? We write here 1 upon 8. Second time 2 upon 8. Third time 5 upon 8. We have to make denominator equal to 100. So which number we should multiply here? Let we multiply here with 100 divide 100. So what becomes? This becomes 100 divide 8 into 1 upon 100. So this means here 100 divide 8 becomes 8 ones are 8, 2 0, 8 twos are 16, 4 is the remainder, decimal, 8 into 5, 40. So we need 12.5, right? So this way what we say, 12.5%. Here also we write 100 divide 100. So this becomes 200 divide 8 into 1 upon 100. So this is 12.5 into 2, 25%. Next time also 100 divide 100. So this becomes, we have to multiply with 5. 12.5 into 5, 62.5. 62.5%. This way we have converted each part of the ratio to percentage. Now we shall discuss question number 3. The population of a city decreased from 25,000 to 24,500. Find the percentage decrease. Here first of all what we see? Decrease of the number of the population. Decrease of the population is equal to 25,000 minus 24,500. 500, which is equal to 500, right? Now what to find? Percentage decrease. Therefore percentage decrease is equal to decrease divide initial population. What was starting population? We write this original population into 100. So we write the values. Decrease value is 500. Initial population was 25,000 into 100. So this way 0 0 cancelled. 5 ones are 5, 5 fives are 25, 50 is there. So what is left? 100 divide 50. That means 2%. There is 2% decrease. Now we are going to solve our question number 4. Question statement is Arun bought a car for rupees 3,50,000. Next year the price went up to rupees 3,70,000. What was the percentage of price increase? So here what we see, increase in price is equal to, initially this was 3,50,000. Lastly next year this was 3,70,000. So we subtract this way, 3,70,000 minus 3,50,000. What is the increase in price? 20,000 is the increase in price. Now what is the question? What was the percentage of price increase? Therefore percentage of price increase is equal to increase in price divide initial price into 100. So this way we have, what is the increase? 20,000 divide what was initial price? This was 3,50,000 into 100. Now what we do? Two zeros cancelled, right? So we are left with here 1 0 is, 2 zeros are here also cancelled. So what is we are left with? 200 divide 35. Again cancelling with the table of 5. 5 into 4, 20, 40, 7. 7 into 5, 35. Now divide 40 divide 7. 7 5s are 35. 5 decimal. 7 7s are 49. 1. This way, or we can go up to this, and we write this as equal to 5 is to 1 upon 7. This is the percentage of price increase. What is the percentage? 5:1/7%. Now coming to question number 5. I buy a TV for rupees 10,000 and sell it at a profit of 20%. How much money do I get for it? We have the cost price. Cost price is equal to rupees 10,000. Rupees 10,000. And profit is equal to 20% of cost price of 10,000, right? That means 20/100 into 10,000. That means 25s are 100, 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, 2,000 rupees. 2,000 is the profit. Therefore, how much money do I get for it? That means selling price is equal to cost price plus profit. What is cost price? This is rupees 10,000 plus what is profit? This is 2,000. So adding this, we have the selling price equal to 12,000. Question number 6 is, Juhi sells a washing machine for rupees 13,500. She loses 20% in the bargain. What was the price at which she bought it? So here, my dear students, what is the selling price? Selling price is rupees 13,500. Now what is cost price? Suppose cost price is rupees X. Now what is loss? Loss is equal to cost price minus selling price, which is equal to cost price is X and selling price is 13,500. Therefore, loss percent is equal to loss divide cost price into 100. That means 20 is equal to loss is X minus 13,500 divide cost price is X into 100. We divide both sides by 100. So this becomes 20/100 equal to X minus 13,500 divide X. Now 21s are 20, 25s are 100. So we have 1/5 is equal to X minus 13,500 divide X. Cross multiplying 1 into X is equal to 5X minus 0, 0, 5 5s are 25, 5 into 3 15, 15 plus 2 17, 5 ones are 5, 5 plus 1 6. So this way we have 5X minus 67,500 equal to X. So X will come here, becomes 5X minus 1X. This will go to right hand side. becomes plus 67,500. That means 4x is equal to 67,500. So we have x is equal to 67,500 divide 4, which is equal to 4 ones are 4. Here we can divide 67,500 divide 4. 4 ones are 4, 2 7, 16 fours are 6 fours are 24, 3 5 is here, 8 fours are 32, 3 is the remainder, 30, 7 fours are 28, 2 is the remainder, then 20 becomes 5 fours are 20, right? So mean to say the value of x is 16,875. So what is the meaning of this? The meaning of this is cost price is equal to x and the value of x is rupees 16,875. What was the price at which she bought it? So 16,875 is the price. Question number 7, first part is chalk contains calcium, carbon and oxygen in the ratio 10:3:12. Find the percentage of carbon. So here first of all we add the numbers in the ratio. They are 10 plus 3 plus 12. That means 25. 25. Now where is the place of carbon? Calcium, carbon and oxygen. Calcium, carbon and oxygen. 3 is the place for carbon. Therefore 3 upon 25. To make denominator 100, what we have to do? We have to multiply with 4. 4 is multiplied in numerator as well as in denominator. So this becomes 3 into 4, 12. 25 into 4, 100. So this means 12%. 12% carbon is present in chalk according to the given ratio. Now second part of the question is, if in a stick of the chalk carbon is 3 gram, what is the weight of the chalk stick? So here we have 12% is the carbon and this becomes 3 gram. So this means 1% is equal to 3 divide 12. So 100% chalk mean 3 upon 12 into 100, right? So what we do? 3 ones are 3, 3 fours are 12, 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8, 20. So this is equal to 20 gram. Right hand side is in gram. 20 gram is the weight of the chalk stick. Sorry, this is 25. So 25 gram, 100 divided 4 is equal to 25. 25 gram is the weight of the chalk stick. Now what is there in question number 8? Amina buys a book for rupees 275 and sells it at a loss of 15%. How much does she sell it for? This is the question. So firstly we have cost price. Buys a book for rupees 275. This is the cost price. Second time, sells at a loss. Suppose selling price is equal to rupees X. Therefore, loss is equal to cost price minus selling price. That means cost price was 275 minus selling price is X. Now loss is 15%. Loss percentage. The formula is loss divide cost price into 100. We substitute the values now. Loss percent is 15. This is given. Loss is 275 minus X. Divide cost price is 275 into 100. Here we can cancel the numbers. 25 into 4, 100. 25 ones are 25. 2 is left, 2, 5. Again 25. 25 ones are 25. So this way we have now 15 into, this will go here, 11 upon 4 equal to 275 minus X. Right? That means 4 we can multiply here. 11 into 5, 55. 11 into 1, 11. 11 plus 5 is 16 is equal to 5 into 4, 20. 1100 minus 4x. This means 4x is equal to 1100 minus 165. Right? So here we calculate now. 4x is equal to 5, 4, 3, 11, 10, 9, 935. This way we have x is equal to 935 divide 4. 935 divide 4. 4 twos are 8. 1 3, 4 threes are 12. 1 5, 4 threes are 12. 3 0 decimal. 4 into 7, 28. 2 0. 4 into 5, 20. Right? So value of x is equal to 233.75. So what is this? This is the selling price. So what is selling price? Selling price we have obtained here now is equal to rupees 233.75. Our next question is question number 9. Find the amount to be paid at the end of 3 years in each case. Part number A is principal is given to be equal to rupees 1200 at 12% per annum. So here what we do? We find simple interest. Simple interest formula is principal into rate into time divide 100. So this way we have principal amount is rupees 1200 into rate is 12, time is 3 years, divide 100. Now what we do, 2 zeros in the denominator, 2 zeros in the numerator, cancelled. 12 into 12, 144 into 3 is equal to 4 into 3, 12, 4 into 3, 12, 13, 3, 4. This is the interest. Therefore amount is equal to principal plus simple interest. What is the principal amount? This is 1200 plus 432. So answer is rupees 32, 12 plus 4 is 16, 1632. In the next part, B part, principal amount is rupees 7500 at 5% per annum. So here also simple interest is equal to P into R into T divide 100, which becomes principal amount is 7500 into R is 5% per annum, time is the same time, 3 years, divide 100. Again we cancel 0 zeros. So next we have 75 into 5 becomes 5 5s are 25, 7 5s are 35, 35 plus 2, 37 into 3, which is equal to 5 into 3, 15, 7 into 3, 21, 21, 22, 3 into 3, 9, 9 plus 2, 11, 1100, 1125. Therefore amount is principal plus simple interest. Principal amount is 7500 plus 1125. Answer is 25, 5 plus 1 6, 7 plus 1 8, rupees 8625. Now let us solve question number 10. What rate gives rupees 280 as interest on a sum of rupees 56,000 in 2 years? The question is very simple. Just we follow the formula. Simple interest formula is principal amount into rate of interest into time divide 100. Here simple interest is given. This is 280. Principal amount is also given. This is 56,000 into at what rate? Rate is not given. So we write this as R into time. Time is given 2 years. Divide 100. Now what to do? Again we cancel the zeros. 2 zeros are cancelled. So what we are left with, 280 is equal to 560 into 2, 1120 into R. So we have R is equal to 280 divide 1120. Again 0 0 cancelled. We divide by 2. This becomes 14 and this becomes 66. Again we divide by 2, this becomes 7, this becomes 33. Now we can divide 7 divided by 33, 0. This becomes 33 into 2, 66, 40. Next we have 33 into 1, 33. Sorry, we have a little bit mistake here. This is 28 divide 112. We divide by 4. This is also divided by 4. This becomes 7. 4 into 2, 8. 3 to 32, 8. 7 ones are 7. 7 fours are 28. So 1 divide 4, 0.4 twos are 8, 4 fives are 20. So this way 0.25%. What was the question? What rate gives rupees 280? So 0.25% gives rupees 280 as interest on a sum of rupees 56,000 in 2 years. Question number 11. This is the last question of the exercise. If Meena gives an interest of rupees 45 for 1 year at 9% rate per annum, what is the sum she has borrowed? So here what we do, simple interest formula is principal amount into rate into time divide 100. Simple interest, this is rupees 45. Principal amount, this is not given. Suppose this is X. Rate is 9% and time is 1 year. Divide 100. So this way we say 45 is equal to 9x upon 100. Mean to say 9x is equal to 4500. X is equal to 4500 divide 9. 9 into 5, 45, rupees 500. So what was the X? X mean principal amount she has borrowed is rupees 500. That's all. Thank you very much.